but he's not. He's a second string guy. What's going on?
Alert, alert, alert. It's coming over the wire that we actually signed Isaiah Hartenstein to a 2-year, $16
Yo,
million deal. So he will now be a Knick. He's joining Jalen Brunson as part of this year's free agency class.
he's athletic. He is athletic. He's from Germany. He is athletic. He comes from a good family. His father and his mom actually, but his father was not only a player but a coach. So again, I love that pedigree that he grew up. He understands the game, and like you just said, 8 million a year. Hey, I could live with that in today's game. 7 foot. He is kind of athletic, and about 93% of his shots are from 3 feet, and that's a big guy. So if he can get a little pick and pop, like we said, or hit a couple of threes, hey, that's not bad. He's not much of a shot blocker or a rim protector, so that's one thing for sure. So but hey, all right. So now we have, God willing, that comes over the wire that we sign Mitch. But if we have Mitch, Hartenstein, and Sims, that's a nice solid 5 position for us.
Yeah, one thing I like about Hartenstein is his passing ability. It'll be
Hmm.
interesting to see how creative we can be with him out there. He's a gifted passer. He's pretty mobile for a big man.
He
Also, he
is.
can dribble. He has some handle, and we saw how excited we were when we saw Mitch take a couple people off the dribble. So that's one thing I'll be excited to see. How are we going to use him on offense? Like you said, defensively, he's not going to be the same rim protector as a Mitchell Robinson, but it's nice to have different players that can fill different roles at the same position. So with Hartenstein, he doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he's shown the ability to knock him down when he takes them. And even though he doesn't shoot a lot, I think the scouting report is going to show that he can knock him down, and it'll still make defenders honest, much more than we've seen with the centers that we have on the roster now. So with you put all that together, and you see that we're bringing him as hopefully a backup, because we're going to keep Mitch, and we're paying him less than we were paying Nerlens Noel, who we viewed as the backup center. I think Nerlens was making around 10, close to 11 mil, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah.
So now we're saving a little bit of money by bringing in Hartenstein. He's still a young player. He has room to grow as well. So I'm starting to like some of these smaller moves when you look at it all together. But I still think there should be another big move in addition, with bringing in Jalen Brunson and signing Hartenstein.
Me too. So that I'm glad. I'm glad that they're making moves like that. And like you said, nice IQ. He's going to be able to start the training camp, so he'll be on board with everyone. So yeah, hey, nice.
Big. How do you feel about Sims now? This means even less minutes for Jericho Sims. I was pretty excited to see what he was going to do heading into next season.
Yeah, I look at him as he's really 6'9", folks. So I could see him playing a 4. He has great, feet. So from him, a versatility around he's not like a Drummond at all, as we know. He's very athletic. So I could see him playing around both those places. And unfortunately, if we do re-sign Mitch, we're realistic to know that Mitch is not going to play 82 games. So you never know, and especially small ball, throw Sims in there. So yeah, I think I'm looking forward to seeing him in the summer league. But yeah, I think there's a place for him on this team.
Yeah, you definitely need quality, especially when you're talking about Mitchell Robinson and some of his injury concerns. So bringing in Hartenstein and still having Jericho Sims on the roster to contribute, I think that's a good center group heading into next season.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but Tommy Beer, shout out to our friend, just said Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be a fan favorite in the Garden next season. So
Yeah,
that's
we'll see.
nice to hear. Yeah, and this just came over the wire from Ian Begley. League sources confirms Knicks and Isaiah Hartenstein are in agreement on a 2-year deal. Barring something unforeseen, Hartenstein will back up Mitch Robinson, who's been expected to re-sign with the Knicks.
Okay, I can live with that. I
Yeah,
can live with that. So the moves this offseason: sign Jalen Brunson, 4 years, 110. Sign Hartenstein, 2 years, what was it, 16, we said?
exactly.
And then bring back Mitch at an undisclosed figure.
Yeah. Hopefully around 4-year, 48 million. Like we said, that 12 million Robert Williams Time Lord range.
See, but the thing is, if we are going to sign him in that range, why didn't we do it before he just hit free agency? Are they waiting to get these other moves in first and then sign Mitch to get over the cap? That could be what they're trying to do, just to manipulate things.
Like I said to you, I have no feel for this front office, so I'm with you. I don't know. Fun fact about the Knicks' latest addition, Isaiah Hartenstein. This is from Tom Piccolo. Shout out. He's among the best rim protectors in the league. Last year, 57 players defended at least 250 shots at the rim. Hartenstein ranked first in defensive field goal percentage, just allowing 47.5% at the rim, which is better than Rudy Gobert, Jared Jackson, etc. So, you know what? Live and learn. That's a great signing. So we know that, like you said, he has nice passing, he has a nice touch around the rim. So bringing that around him, that's and like you said, he's very athletic. He is very mobile. So that is, so he's ahead of Rudy, Jared Jackson, Jared Allen, Giannis, all of these players. So that's really impressive.
Evan Best says Sims minutes. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to see too much of Jericho Sims.
Folks, he was a number 58 pick, and that's what happens. The number 58 picks in the draft. That he's that dreaded tweener. Hartenstein's a real five. He's 7 foot, 7'2" wingspan. He's 6'9" Sims. So he's okay for small ball fives, but is he a little too slow for the four and a little too small for the five? And that was the reason why he was picked number 58. So, hey, hopefully he's a dog. He's put a lot of time in working out with the guys this year. I know he worked out a lot with Randall. So let's see what he brings to Summer League.
Also, Hartenstein's young. He's only 24. So to reduce Jericho Sims minutes for somebody that is a young center that gives you a different skill set than Mitchell Robinson and has potential to get better as well, I'd live with that. It's not like we're cutting Jericho Sims' minutes to play a guy like Nerlens Noel, who has already reached his highest potential, has reached his ceiling, and really is not going to give you anything too much different from Mitchell Robinson or a Jericho Sims at that. They're both, going to give you some sort of rim protection and not too much offensively, 10 to 25 feet. So now with Hartenstein, he's going to give you a little bit more on offense. He's going to be able to give you better spacing. And like you said, he'll also give you some rim protection as well. And per the numbers, he'll give you some elite rim protection.
Yeah, and like you brought up a great point is in passing. I like to see him in the pinch post passing.
Yeah, yeah. Especially coming into the draft, I was looking at his draft profile. Those are some of the things they really liked. How he was able to pass. He's got some decent quickness too, with his first step, comparing him to other big men. So he does have some talent. I know a lot of other teams were interested in him from what I was looking up. So it's just another addition that's a young player, kind of fits in with this core, with this nucleus, and gives you something to be excited about next season.